you can change the order of the questions that you've got on a Google form. And you can actually do this a couple of different ways. One, you've got a little more control, and the other is intended to be a bit random. So let's take a look at that. When I'm in a Google form here, I've got my silly little fun quiz here that I've used for some workshops and things in the past. And what I can do here is, if I need to change the order, say I've got this one here, what do pets have? Or sorry, what pets do you have? Bleh. And what color is the sky? If I decide I want this pets question to happen before the color is the sky question, I can hover on the question when I see these 6 little dots and my mouse changes into the 4 arrow points, click and just drag that up and I'll see, there it goes. I've now got the pet question coming first, and after that is my color is the sky question. If I want that even lower, I could grab it and drag it down till I see my IEW colors one pop above it, and I release, and now I've changed the order again. So I can very manually adjust things that way, however I see fit. The more randomized option would be under settings here. With settings, whether I've made it a quiz or not, I can come down to, let's see, presentation, and I can find an option in here where shuffle right there. Shuffle the question order, this one. So from that option, if I just toggle that on, it's going to automatically take all the questions that I have in my quiz and just randomly shuffle them up. Now that can be handy if I've, say, set up a quiz for my class and I don't want them, looking over at the other kids' answers or asking them, what was question 2. This way, question 2 is going to be different for every student. By shuffling these questions around, they don't have that consistency. So as long as you don't have a question in there asking them something like name at the very top, then this is going to work well. If I did do that, and my first question was, what is your name? That's going to seem a little bit odd when I do the shuffle option, because what is your name will end up being like question 5 or something. So depending on what you're after, it can be a really handy option. And if you've created this quiz through, say, like a Google Classroom type option, you don't need to ask for name because you've already grabbed who they are as soon as they start using the form. Now, I will point out that changing the order of your questions, whichever method you choose, has absolutely no effect on the spreadsheet itself. So if I launch the spreadsheet where these questions are currently being housed, all the responses I've gotten, none of these will change order. They're going to stay exactly where they were. So whenever I'm adjusting stuff here, I can actually change the order of things here on the spreadsheet. Like I could grab the how fun is today question and drag that to the end if I wanted to. There we go. And drop that in there, and it will have no effect whatsoever on my quiz back here. That one's still going to be wherever I have it. Right now, what pets do you have is the very first question. Currently, it is still the very first question here because I think it was already like that before I started messing around. So you are able to adjust all of that stuff at a whim, basically, and not worry that if you've got different formulas and things affecting stuff on your spreadsheet, none of that is going to be affected. So really handy option to be able to change the order whenever you want, however you want.